Alright, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to another video here on the channel, and today, man, the PS5 Pro was officially announced by Sony, and we're going to be taking a look at it and talking about it because I myself and a lot of other people who have now seen everything that's happened with this PS5 Pro reveal, honestly, man, I'm not impressed. Not only am I not impressed, I just simply do not see the purpose in this console right now. So, the PlayStation 5 has been available for years now, obviously. This next, well, now current generation of consoles, the PS5 and the Xbox Series, right? They've already kind of had their time to establish themselves and make an impact, and the PS5, granted, has done that. Despite, you know, the COVID pandemic stuff causing a bunch of, like, global shortages and whatnot during its initial launch, and all the issues that we had with scalpers and everything for the console, the PS5 has still managed to ship tens of millions of units already, and it looks like Sony is trying to bump that number up even more with the PS5 Pro. Few years into this generation of consoles, it's pretty typical now for these gaming companies to basically release what I'd like to call like a refresh console, if that makes sense, where, you know, a couple years into it, they want to bring out this new and improved quote-unquote model that is more technologically, I guess, better than the other version. You know, it's supposed to be like a step up. Obviously, people in like the gaming PC community, right? They have upgrades all the time, you know, people buying new graphics cards or processors and stuff. So it's more or less just trying to keep up with movements like that and give consumers like an upgraded quote-unquote way to play. But I really think that Sony dropped the ball in basically every regard here, and the public reaction to the announcement of the PS5 Pro is pretty good proof of that. Now, I know a lot of Sony fanboys, right? They don't like to hear criticism of the company. I understand that. They're gonna leave their dislikes on this video. I really don't give a fuck about that. But what this whole PS5 Pro situation has turned into is realistically a nightmare scenario, in my opinion, for Sony. I mean, the initial reaction to everything does not look good. Now, I don't know if that's what Sony expected or what the whole deal was there, but honestly, this thing is just not enough for what you're paying here. So first, I want to go ahead and talk about the actual features, right? So there's an upgraded graphics processor in the PS5 Pro, a new graphics card, I guess, and they claim that this new GPU upgrade will provide 67% more compute units than the current PS5, alongside 28% faster memory, and that this will enable up to 45% faster rendering for gameplay, should make your experience better. So basically, you're paying a lot of this, at least, for an upgraded GPU. That's the reality here. When you're looking at what's costing the big bump in price here, this is exactly what it is. It also comes with advanced ray tracing. It provides more dynamic reflection of light and stuff. The rays are cast at double, in some games triple the speeds of the current PS5, if that even matters to you. And it also features AI-driven upscaling, which is introducing PlayStation Spectral Super Resolution, which is using machine learning-based technology to provide sharper image clarity and providing more detail. So all of this is now being bundled into the new PS5 Pro, which is retailing at a cost of $700 US before tax, okay? You're paying $700, okay, for the new upgraded version of the PlayStation 5. Now, keep in mind, this is before tax, so in reality, you know, you're gonna end up paying closer to like $800. Now, you're probably sitting there thinking, oh, but Optimus, then what's the problem? Why are people so mad? Well, I mean, that price tag alone is fucking absurd. I mean, $700 for a console is simply flat out inexcusable. I don't care what technological upgrades that you're boasting. I don't care if you're bringing in some fucking AI machine learning technology to upscale games. I really don't give a fuck about any of that. And honestly, I don't think many average consumers even really care about that. Now, I don't know if Sony realized that and they kind of made this like to be the premium product that like only the rich gamers or whatever who really have money to drop are going to be buying, but obviously most people don't have $800 fucking dollars to drop on a brand new console. You know what I mean? Realistically, this is part of the problem that the PS3 had against the Xbox 360 at launch. I don't know if you guys are old enough to remember that, but back in the mid-2000s when we got these announcements, the PS3 debuted at a higher price point than the Xbox. And for a lot of gamers at the time, right, they saw that and they realized like, hey, if I want to save money, you know, I just go play my games on Xbox instead of getting a PS3. And that to me feels like exactly what's happening here for PS5. I mean, I understand, right, that the cost of things goes up over time, right? And this is providing some sort of upgrade, but realistically, the ends don't justify the means, in my opinion. Like, yeah, the games run a little quicker, the graphics card's a little better, you get some AI to fucking upscale shit for you, right? Oh, wow, that's awesome. But is it worth paying like double what you're gonna pay for the original PS5 damn near? Maybe even more? I really don't think so. And also, let's be real, if you're willing to spend $800 on a PS5 Pro, at what point do you just become willing to put that $800+ into a fucking gaming PC, right? Like, I hate to be that guy who's like, oh, PC master race, because like I've talked shit about, you know, people doing the console war stuff before, but like, just from a rational standpoint, why would you not just put the $800 towards superior technology that you can customize at any time? You don't have to pay to play video games online. You can buy games on Steam with incredible discounts and customer service compared to PlayStation, and just like so much more, right? I don't even really need to sit here and get into it. I feel like the obvious benefits are just there, right? Well, and then on top of it too, with this PS5 Pro, we saw no game bundling, right? Like, we didn't see any consoles announced like, oh, you know, you get the PS5 Pro, you can get this game or maybe 2 games thrown in, right? Like, if you're Sony, you can't afford to throw in fucking Spider-Man or something to get people hyped up. Like, gee, I'm paying all this money, right, to basically upgrade my console and get this newer version of it. Maybe you think I could get some games with it too to actually show what the fucking tech upgrade's all about? Oh, no. You can have fun spending $70 a pop on those as well on top of your $800 you put on your PS5 Pro. And then I also want to point out too, the vertical stand to keep your PS5 upright so like it gets the optimal airflow and it doesn't get fucked up, right? That is also sold separately at a price of $80 before tax. So not only are you paying like $800+ to get the actual fucking console, you're then spending damn near $100 to get the fucking little piece of plastic that keeps it upright. You know what I mean? So your console doesn't fucking melt or fall apart or something, right? Or so it looks nice, right? Also on top of that, there is no disk drive shown on this console. So right now, as we know, the PS5 Pro is being sold disc only. So you don't even get to put physical media in the box that you're paying $800 for. But of course, they found a way to go around this as well. You know, instead of just putting the disk drive in the console so people can get some sort of value out of their $800, yeah, they're selling that separately too. You can get an external CD reader or DVD reader for, you know, just to go for your PS5, man, there you go, GG's. So not only are you paying like $800 for the console, another almost $100 for the stand, you're also paying for the drive. So basically, if you get all of the quote-unquote accessories that realistically should just come with the fucking console, you're essentially spending $1,000+ at the end of it all. And that's after you know, then you gotta go get the games and shit for the console too, because of course there's no console bundles that we've seen so far. And so, yeah, basically, man, you're making a legitimate investment if you want the new PlayStation. I mean, for the price of a mortgage or the price of a really crazy car payment, you can get a brand new PlayStation console that performs worse than a gaming PC for damn near the same amount of money, with less features, with less adaptability, customization, everything, really. It's just nonsense to me that this is really the direction that they thought they needed to go. I mean, I can't stress this enough. Like, the economy has not been great recently here, especially in like the US with all the inflation and shit, right? People are legitimately struggling to pay their actual bills, you know, like pay for their electricity or their food or their gas. Why would any exec at Sony think that now, oh, let's push them $1,000 bill to play PlayStation, right? Like, come on, man. Is it really worth all of this money for like the very barely I don't want to say barely noticeable, but in comparison to like just getting a great gaming PC and just fucking going all out with it, right? Is it really worth the upgrade? I don't really know, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, all I'm saying is like right now today, you could buy a GeForce RTX 4070 graphics card for about $550 before tax straight from Nvidia. You could go and put the rest of the parts needed for your PC around it. You'd probably have a somewhat similar build to your PlayStation Pro after you bought all of the shit that you wanted for it as well, and you would have a better gaming experience on a PC. It just, I don't really get what they think they're gonna do here. I don't know if like the idea is they think this is gonna actually contend with the PC market and this is gonna take like PC players. I don't think so. But even then, like the PlayStation players who are already dedicated to PlayStation, most of them already have the PS5, right? And the PS5 already plays a lot of the games like natively in 4K or like, you know, good, like upgraded graphics and everything. It already, to most consumers, I would imagine, looks good enough. It already runs good enough, right? I have a PS5. I play it for like 2 or 3 games. College football, you know, that game runs perfectly on the PlayStation 5. I have no need to go buy an upgraded console for that. Same thing with like Astro Bot, right? That's a game I want to get here in the next couple days and try out too. I wouldn't need a PS5 Pro to play that game, right? That's going to run just fine on my PS5. There just isn't enough like graphics intensive games or whatever on the PS5 for them to be trying to like push this as, oh, you basically get this and it's going to make your gaming experience this much better. Like, I don't know, it feels like Sony's just flying too close to the sun. You know, this product doesn't, in my opinion, really appeal to much of anybody except like hardcore, diehard Sony fans who are going to defend the product at any cost, literally any cost, right? The gaming people on PC, they're already happy with their experience. They're spending similar, if not a little bit more money to have a better experience regardless. Your actual core audience who has the PS5 really probably can't afford this upgrade, especially because they're going to realize that the ends don't justify the means. And on top of this, this console is using AI technology. Now, I know a lot of people don't like AI, and when they see AI in marketing, it turns them off. Personally, you selling me an AI program that I guess like fucking upscales the quality and texture and details for me, really not selling me on anything there, man. That's not a sell to me. Telling me that AI is involved is not going to make me jump out of my seat to buy the console. Not because like I fucking hate AI or like, you know, I boycott AI in particular, right? It's just because like that's not an interesting draw to me. I really don't give a fuck about that. And I don't think that this is packing enough punch to really bring what the execs at Sony think it's going to bring. I don't know. I don't like the fact that it doesn't come with a disc drive. I'll be honest with you. I have a PS5. It has a disc drive. I specifically bought the one with a disc drive for that reason. You know, some of us actually respect physical media and we want it to still exist in the future, and we don't want every gamer to have to play video games basically purchasing a digital license from publishers. But of course, companies like Sony, they want that acceleration because they're also selling games, and them selling you perpetual licenses for products that you'll never own is good for them. And so for me, I'm not going to be supporting the PS5 Pro with a purchase. I don't care if they knock the price down. The upgrades are just not worth it to me. You know what I mean? I already don't play my PS5 virtually at all in comparison to my PC. Like I said, the only games I play are a couple of games that realistically I would be playing on PC if I could. It just isn't enough. I don't know. It just isn't enough. And this is coming from somebody who has the money to just go buy it if I want to, right? Like I could fucking film a video about it and, you know, make money back doing my job on it or something, but it's just not enough for me, man. So I can't imagine that for people who are like actually struggling to pay bills and whatnot, who are living a little bit closer to their means or whatever, I'm going to assume that this probably isn't the product for them, right? So anyway, with that being said, man, just honestly pretty disappointing stuff from Sony, if I'm being real here. I know some people aren't going to agree, that's fine, but I don't see the point here. So with that being said, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're brand new around here on the channel, follow me over on Twitter and Twitch at @SubToOptimus. Make sure to check out Shoptimus down below. Thank you to my Watch Optimus subscribers. Your support helps the channel tremendously. And until my next video, guys, this is Optimus, talking about the PlayStation 5 Pro, and signing out. And that's a wrap on this video, but big shout out to my Optimus Nation supporters. You guys are the real MVPs. For $10 a month, you get access to loads of exclusive videos and archived live streams, my members only Minecraft server where you can possibly appear in gameplay, early access to all new uploads, an invitation to the private Discord, and much more.